Good morning, CBF family. Pastor Josh here, coming to you from my back porch. We got moved in and had our first night here in our new house, and so we are, again, super excited to be getting settled in here in Newton and just longing for the day when we get started officially and full-time at the church there. But I don't know about you, but those who were able to attend yesterday, that was just an incredible day, really. I was kind of on cloud nine all day after that. As Travis said, there were a number of folks who kind of hung around afterwards, and you could just sense the longing, the missing of fellowship and time together. And I really think that there's something special at CBF and in our relationship together, the way that the families relate, and obviously that's all linked through Jesus, and that's why we have that fellowship, that love for one another. That's why we are the body of Christ, as we've talked about quite a bit over and over. And actually, Phil's message yesterday was just another great example of that, how the body functions together, each piece, each body part doing its role, big and small, whether you think it's a large thing or just a piddly thing. It really matters to the body because it has to function all together. And so I really hope that you have been taking time to think about his message and pray about what is your spiritual gift and how can you use that at CBF to help the body continue to function and grow. I thought a lot about just afterwards the time and the fellowship, and it made me think of the early church. And I want to just read a little chunk here from Acts 2, just as the church is getting started and just kind of what it looks like. I like to kind of think about how that could have been and what that would look like. But just a real quick section here. It says, they were continually devoting themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship, to the breaking of bread, and to prayer. Everyone kept feeling a sense of awe, and many wonders and signs were taking place through the apostles. And all those who had believed were together and had all things in common. And they began selling their property and possessions and were sharing them with all, as anyone might have need. Day by day, continuing with one mind in the temple and breaking bread from house to house, they were taking their meals together with gladness and sincerity of heart, praising God and having favor with all the people. And the Lord was adding to their number day by day those who were being saved. So I love what it says there at the end of verse 46, that they were taking their meals together with gladness and sincerity of heart. I just love the part of sincerity of heart. We can only fake things for so long before they're found out, and it's really key to our relationship with God. Has to be sincere in our seeking to grow, to know Him, and our relationship with each other has to be sincere as well as we grow in fellowship and just as a church. So just such a great passage there. I love how they're devoted to the teaching, so they're growing in their understanding of God and His Word. They're devoted to prayer. They were devoted definitely to fellowship and helping each other to grow together, so the body was functioning properly, each part doing its role that God had given them. And so again, I would just challenge you this morning to work through the resources that Pastor Phil gave yesterday in the bulletin. Again, if you have any questions, let's work together to find what each person's spiritual gift is and continue to be a church that is just loving one another. And I think just as we saw in the chapter, the verses there, they weren't seeking to grow. They weren't seeking to, make a mega church, but as things function properly, God added to their numbers daily. And so I think that's what we're looking for at CBF as well. So just pray that you have a good week this week. We'll look forward to seeing you again, those who are able, next Sunday. So have a great week. Bye.